Hey guys, what's going on? Going to do a quick overview of a couple of trades that Nate Baer from Profit Surge Trader did recently. I think it's helpful to show you guys like real results and things that he's doing inside the system in case you want to join. So I'll leave a link in the description to this Nate Baer Profit Surge Trader review. It's pretty extensive, so I've been following this for a long time. And so you can find webinars from him. You can figure out how to buy this thing, which is right here. So you click on here, it'll open the page which you have open somewhere here. And so it's only $179, and that is pretty phenomenal. Lifetime deal, $179. You also have a 365-day money back guarantee, which is phenomenal right here. So really good value. You get maybe 5 trades a week on a Monday, sometimes on like other days as well, but it's mainly on a Monday. It's a phenomenal service, it really is. He teaches live on a Monday at noon Eastern time as well. I've actually done a webinar with Nate somewhere down here. You can find here, live interview with him. So he turned 37,000 into 2.7 million in 4 years of trading. So he really knows his stuff, this guy. He's really good. He's a good teacher as well. So yeah. So anyway, come and check this out. Watch the webinars. See what you think. I put some of my results in here as well from following. And yeah, so definitely check this link out. And I'll also leave a link to the landing page directly. This page right here, so you can just go and buy it for 179 bucks. And you can just get your money back. So pretty easy, right? So let's look at some trades. So this is the dashboard. This is where he goes live at noon Eastern time every Monday. Now, the first trade I want to look at is GWRE, and there's two reasons for that. One is it's supposed to be an opening bell aftershock, and two, it actually follows his earnings winner strategy as well, so it's like a double whammy. So the opening bell aftershock stuff is supposed to be at the opening bell, but in this case it didn't actually happen like that. So I'll give you a little rundown of what happened. So this is GWRE on the 5-minute chart. You can see after hours on the 4th, there was an earnings call and it just beat earnings massively and started to really trend up. Now, at the open, you can see right here there's a spike. And so I suspect this is why he didn't enter until we'd kind of consolidated a little bit. Now, this is typical of Nate Bear's strategies. He looks for these earning winners that go up and then a continuation up. And sometimes they go up and down a bit, but hopefully the trend is generally up overall. So the next day he actually entered near the close, which was quite interesting because it's supposed to be the opening bell aftershock. Could have got in on this dip maybe, but he chose to get in on this one right here. And so that's what he says right here. So he got in 270 calls at 250 here. So big earnings winner in GWRE today and looking this into next week, getting in today with the idea that Monday is this is released to the upside. I'll update the game plan on Monday during a session, but we want to get in this trade today based on the 15-minute squeeze. So he does a lot of stuff on the squeeze as well, TTM squeeze, as well as earnings winners, and also the scanner that he has, which is the Aftershock scanner. So yeah, so he's looking to scale out at 3 plus is what he said. He was in at 250. So this is not expected to be a giant winner, but he got 45% on this, so he waited until Monday morning, and you can see this is where he exited on this little blip going up here. And then we've kind of had it off again on GWRE. And it's not surprising, like I said, these things go up and down. Hopefully the trend's generally up after a really good earnings report. So yeah, so very easy overnight over the weekend trade. Didn't really have to do much for that, so it's pretty cool. So that's GWRE, and it gives a good example of the earnings win plus the TTM squeeze that you use. It's just this overall uptrend that you start to see. So that's GWRE. Thought I'd show you that one. This is AAP. Will actually load. Sometimes TradingView does this. There we go. All right, so I wanted to show you this one because this one is not a typical like easy winner for Nate, and I know a lot of people talk about this where they say like he averages in and things. So this was started on Monday the 8th, so 4 days ago. This is Friday. So if we go to the Profit Surge Trader, Monday the 8th. So bonus trade one, AAP calls. So he bought $60 calls at $3. So let's see what else he had to say about that. AAP with a nearly perfect chart as far as the pattern and daily squeeze that was fired off on Friday. I'm looking at this chart and think that 63 is sort of low-hanging fruit and that we could get back to 70. This is a swing trade, but alert to scale out over 4. So his entry on AAP was here, and basically, like the next day, it just tanked all the way down here. So what he did is he averaged in, and he does this quite a lot, and some people don't like this. I don't mind it, but you have to keep a tight stop on the position if you're averaging in like this. So let's see what he had to say on AAP. So let's go on down here. A lot of these have been winners as well. Sold route 35% and to, so this is where he added on September 9th, he added to AAP, and his average is 237 now, scale it above 250 plus. And if we go down here, closed it for 30% gains on those $60 calls. So we go back here. So you got in here, averaged in here, sold up here. The calls, obviously, not the underlying. So you can see he made money on this initial position and on the average in. So bang, all the way up to here. Now, my my strategy when I follow these is to keep a tight stop, you know, here. So I'm not just going to keep averaging and averaging in. So if it goes below about 50%, with the averaging in position, I just get out because sometimes these can go to zero, and I feel like you can outperform Nate if you keep a tighter stop on some of these averages in. A lot of work, a lot of them don't work, so you've got to control those losses. I know it can frustrate some people, but you don't have to copy Nate exactly. Sometimes you can do better than him. So, anyway, that was AAP. Those are the two trades I wanted to show you today, just because they demonstrate kind of Nate's style. I've had a few people asking about the averaging in thing and also just the strategy in general. So make sure you check out the links in the description below. I'll leave a link to this full review. It's pretty extensive, and also a link to the landing page here so you can go and buy it. All right, hopefully it's helpful, and I'll talk to you guys soon.